but they're also providing several options of roads that you can go down to which the story will conclude. And usually they pick the one that you're really not sure about, the one that you know for a fact, oh, it's going to lay out this way, it's going to happen this way. It's usually the one that they decide against. And lately, they have been keeping me, as well as a ton of fans of professional wrestling alike, on their toes and really taking more of Kansas City shuffle route, if you will, to borrow a phrase from a Bruce Willis, Josh Hartnett movie. If that's what they're doing, then I want to explore the art of storytelling in the WWE currently by going over a few of the top storylines and where they could potentially be going based on the information provided, based on the superstars and their character development, and just where I feel like they're going to take us as far as maybe giving us a look on one direction and then shifting and going an entirely different direction. Okay, and one of the first stories that I want to talk about is in regards to the character of Karrion Kross and his trajectory. Now, if you've been following this channel, you know that I've been talking about Karrion Kross on this channel for a long time. I've loved his evolution as a character, from the Final Testament going into the Devil That You Know, the Devil on the Shoulder that he's doing currently. But even before that, I've been following him when he was in MLW, through his independent circuit run, back into NXT, all the way to the WWE when he was let go and he went back through the independent circuit and absolutely crushed it, all the way back to the WWE. So I'm very excited to see that they're giving him a character that he's allowed to sink his teeth into. And it seems to me that they're really giving him the free rein to cultivate this unique character that is inserting himself in these pivotal points in these superstars' careers to where they're having these defining changes, and he seems to be a part of it in somehow. You can link him to guys like Drew McIntyre, like Seth Rollins. You can link him to the Street Profits. These are things, if you go down these rabbit holes, he's had a real big following. His following has increased over Twitter, and these guys that are more observant, that are more aware, are piecing and threading these things together better than I ever could, and they're all available on Karrion Kross's Twitter page, his X account. They show you like this evolution, this trajectory of this Karrion Kross character and how he's been involved in all these different characters, changes, their attitude changes, and now it seems to be that he's tied to Sami Zayn, rather. He's tied to Sami Zayn in some way. And so a lot of people have been theorizing that that's possible for a WrestleMania match. Whether it is a Sami Zayn, or I've done a video where I explained that it could be possible that they could do something with a Finn Balor, where the Judgment Day, the iteration of the Judgment Day that was at the beginning, the genesis of the Judgment Day, which was Edge and Damian Priest and Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, that Judgment Day is no more. This is a completely different Judgment Day with completely different objectives and trajectories. Finn is kind of like hanging around there, and I think eventually what you're going to see is that the Judgment Day is more than likely going to kick Balor out. That's been teased for a while, and in that, he's going to be left without a home. He's going to be he's going to be down in the dumps. There's no JD McDonough, which was one of his best friends. He's not going to be around because he's injured. That is when Karrion Kross can swoop in and help bring the demon out, the devil on the shoulder, bring the demon out. That is an amazing character transition there, a good story, a good program that would help elevate Balor and help put Karrion Kross into a position to where he can start having matches again, where he can be out in front of the live audience. Another thing with this Karrion Kross character is I would not be surprised if when he shows up in front of a live audience on stage or in the ring for a match, that the crowd is going to positively react. Now, one thing that I've noticed on his X account is that over the past few months, he has seen a surge in his following. People are way more invested and interested in this character by watching his skits and his segments that end up on X or that are on the international feed on Netflix. So people are way more invested, way more familiar with Karrion Kross than before. more. So I would not be surprised if when you see him on TV that he actually gets a positive reception. The way that he's been doing these homages to these movies that I grew up watching, like Beetlejuice, it's really nice to see him being able to get out there and be himself and really help evolve this character. And he's got a great mind for the business. And if you've ever watched any of his interviews, very fascinating individual. And I'm super, super excited to see what they're going to do with him going forward. As far as this character arc, as far as this story goes and where they're going to go with it, they can go so many different routes. He's essentially the Joker. He's the devil on your shoulder. He's the one that is manipulating and toying and bringing the worst out of these heroes. And I mean, there's so many heroes that are out there. John Cena, you can actually connect him to the John Cena turn. I like to think that, The Rock would say that he's the final boss and he's like this soul taker, but he's really honestly playing second fiddle to what Karrion Kross has been doing since the beginning, because Karrion Kross has got way more body counts than The Rock as far as soul taking. And if you do the digging and go down the rabbit hole, it'll show you that there's proof in that. So whether or not they put Karrion Kross in a match at WrestleMania, I would really like to see, instead of him just kind of like circling around like an AJ Styles, to get involved in some of the title scenes, whether it be the U.S. title with LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura and Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, or if you put him in the Intercontinental title scene, which is his home on Raw, and put him with Braun Breaker and Sheamus and guys like that. I think they can do some multi-man matches there that can be pretty exciting. Whatever they do with Karrion Kross going forward, I am up for it. I'm super excited, and it is pleasing to know that there is some creative freedom in what Karrion Kross is doing. They just need to find a way to thread it on television, because I'm telling you, his style is captivating, and what he's doing right now, it needs that attention. So I look forward to it. And so we're going to move on